17, and the head coach of the UCF Knights joins us. A win is a win. You take any win that you get. I'll ask you in a moment to break it down, but it was important for your team to get off and do some good things to kind of get the sour taste of the last couple of games. So from that standpoint, you're happy with a win. There's other things that maybe you're not happy about, but you won the ball game.
Yeah, we're happy with the win, obviously, Mark. And it always is a tough game to play like this during this time of the year when you're in the mid stretch of your conference. But you got to come out and play anyway. And, there's some really bright spots in the evening. We had a chance to play our freshmen, which was good. I thought Kacey Wilson gave us a terrific night. You can just continue to see the improvement in him and how he's getting better every game. And that's been a lot to do with his work ethic and how hard he's worked and improved in practice. And obviously Rod and I thought Wayne come in and give us some good minutes the first time he's really got to be out on the court. So got the butterflies out of the stomach a little bit there tonight. But we got some good minutes from those guys. And, played our starters a little more than I wanted to tonight. But we need to finish the game, obviously, a better way.
What happened there? It got really sloppy. I mean, you had a 28-point lead with 4:50 to go. Next thing you know, it's just this mad scramble going on there.
Yeah, well, they continue to play hard. Give Palm Beach Atlantic credit. They weren't going to quit. They started pressing, and obviously, we tried to put some other guys, took all of our starters in, and give those guys a chance to break the press. And we turned it over 2 or 3 times there, and took quick 3-point shots down here at the end, and it just gave them a chance to get back in the game. They went an 11-12-0 run there, and then obviously had to put Romson and those guys back in to make sure we finished the game the right way.
We talked about Kacey and what he gave you, 15 tonight. Marcus hit 5 threes, and he was quiet for a while, but then I thought when you looked at that stretch too at the end of the first half and came out early, it was good confidence builder for him to hit those outside shots, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. He was good for him, and we watched film and watched shot selection, and I thought all those shots he took were in rhythm and extra pass. We had 21 assists tonight. That's one thing that really talked about on yesterday's film from our last couple games is making the extra pass. We got to get up and get our assist up higher and share the ball and get better percentage shots. But 17 turnovers obviously is way too many for us. But I was happy that we shared the ball.
Not creating excuses. You played a hard-fought game on Saturday. It's a quick turnaround here. You've got, more conference games coming up. Did you have a little bit of a fear that this could be sloppy at times?
Oh, I did. Obviously it's you're trying to play different lineups. I was trying to get guys more minutes than I was actually probably trying to worry about chemistry. We were just trying to get guys time, and I was trying to rest starters a little bit and give these other guys a chance to play. But I thought our guys, made shots and made plays when they needed to, and we probably played to the crowd a little bit more than we need to tonight, and that's what I worried about and talked about at halftime and before the game is, play out here to get better.
Donnie, take us through the week now. I think your team will have tomorrow off, and then you go to work to prepare for the weekend. So take me through with the extra day off, what the week's going to be like here.
Yeah, well, we'll take off tomorrow, which is much needed, and we'll have a chance to come back on Wednesday and have a good practice. And, we'll lift on Wednesday, and we'll have a chance to watch some film on ourselves on some things here that I feel we got to get better at. And Thursday, we'll have a good hard practice there, and we'll have a chance to start preparing for SMU on Thursday and Friday. And then we'll take off after we practice here to head to Dallas.
It's a big week coming up for your team. It's tough to go to SMU. You've been there. It's an older building. And talking with Taylor Young before, you've got to be able to, get out there and be focused. They're struggling, so they'll be hungry. And yet it's a big momentum game. If you can win a road game, you come back home for Marshall, you're still right there in the thick of this thing. So we got a big couple games coming up here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big stretch. Road games are always tough to win anywhere you go, Mark. And, we got to have a great focus as we head into SMU. And they played very well at home. And, they're going to play different in their style of play, so we haven't really seen that kind of style that much. So we have a good few days here to work on that and get prepared, and then obviously we have a chance for another 2-game week here coming up next week when we return back here for Marshall on Wednesday.
Donnie, we're going to talk with Kacey Wilson in a second here, but you talked about his growth, and he's starting to get some more minutes in the rotation. What is he doing well? What has he really improved now from the start of the season to now where you're comfortable putting him in the ball game at any moment?
Well, I think he's got a good comfort level defensively, what we're trying to do. I mean, he can physically compete. He's a very good rebounder. And obviously offensively he's got a very good skill level. He can step out and shoot the basketball. I think he understands what's a good shot, and he plays with great toughness. And I think that's the biggest thing is he's physically he's adjusted to the speed of the game as well. In practice has been great for him, and he's starting to get confidence. And with that, obviously it gives us more confidence to play him.
All right, Coach, congrats on the win tonight. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, Mark.
Donnie Jones, UCF head coach. The Knights winner 84-69. Kacey Wilson's going to sit down, and we'll talk with the freshman who had 15 points in the ball game on 7 of 10 shooting. 1 for 3 from the three-point line and did it all in 20 minutes. This wasn't the prettiest basketball game perhaps you've ever played in, but nonetheless it was a win. How did you feel about your effort tonight?
I felt good. I felt like I came and brought energy. I just wanted to help the guys win regardless of what I had to do, So I'm just glad we got the win.
Guys got off to a good start, and then they got back in the game and had a good stretch at the end of the first half. What did Coach tell you guys at the half?
He was just saying we just got to get stops and play basketball like we usually do. We played better teams than that. They're not a bad team, but we play better teams, So he was basically just saying we got to play our basketball, do anything just to get the win, get some stops, and just go from there.
What happened during that wild stretch? They had 16 straight points, and it looked like an N1 game out there for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. We just got, the game got sloppy. I really don't know. We just, weren't locking down. I guess some of the guys are getting tired, but, you got to fight through that. So.
Let's talk about your growth, Kacey, from when you started this season to where you are now. Obviously, you look more comfortable and a little bit more confident on the floor. What's been the biggest difference for you personally from the start of the season to where you are now, getting minutes on a nightly basis?
Well, I'm trying to bring it in practice, and, I look up to Keith, because I'm guarding him every day, and he's been telling me, just be confident, shoot the ball, get some rebounds, get some stops, he's really helped me out. So I just, try and listen to him as much as I can since he's one of the best, big men in conference.
A lot of good looks for you inside, some dunks and putbacks. You're not afraid to throw your body around with the contact out there, are you?
No, I'm not. That's one thing in high school I did a lot, and I'm just trying to get back to that, playing my game. Coach Thomas a lot told me to just go back to that like I was, so, that's what I'm trying to do.
You knocked down another 3 in the outside shot. For a lot of guys to make the adjustment high school to college takes some time. You feel more comfortable shooting outside too now?
Yeah, I do. When I was in high school, I never really shot on the line. I didn't shoot really deep, but I don't feel like it's that much of a difference. I really haven't felt that way.
Has it been a big physical adjustment? I know when you were in Tulsa Garden Island, the big 7-footer at times, it was a challenge. But physically, has it been tougher than you thought, or is it not as tough perhaps as you thought?
I kind of expected it because I was told, I have a teammate in high school who plays at UCF, so, he was telling me the physicality of the game. And so I was trying to, get in the weight room before I came here, and Ben's really helped a lot. So I expected it, but, it's still really tough. You're just playing guys like 7 foot and all that. Just the physicality is way different than high school.
Halfway through the conference schedule with half to go, we'll go back on the road for SMU. You haven't played many conference games, but it's tough to win on the road. It makes Saturday's game really important, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, we just got to focus on that game, not look at the 8 games, just focus on, that one and just do what Coach says, and I think we'll, come out with a win.
He had a couple of really nice dunks tonight. Taylor Young, at one point, compared you to LeBron James, is what he said. But nice job tonight. Great performance. We watched one of your dunks. Kacey Wilson, 15 points for UCF. Thanks for coming by, Kacey.
Thank you so much.
Wrap up the broadcast in a moment. We come back on the UCF IMG Sports Network.